Yeah, g'day, it's Mitch from Jim's Mowing. How are you? G'day, I'm Mitch Blake from Jim's Mowing. I'm a regional franchisor in New South Wales and I'm here with Rick Simmons. Rick's one of our franchisees in Bathurst. How long have you been a franchisee for, Rick?
5 months now.
5 months, so pretty fresh into it. And what were you doing before, mate?
The last 12 months chopped and changed a couple of jobs. But prior to that, I was a correctional officer for 9.5 years.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
And what brought on the change?
I just had enough of being a correctional officer. I had enough of the environment and it was time to get out. And as I said, I chopped and changed while I cleared my head, gave myself a chance to refocus and decide what I wanted to do. And that was do something on my own again, run my own business.
Fantastic. And you're in business before?
Yeah, I had a mobile coffee van in my mid-20s, ran that for 4 years, and that was absolutely fantastic. And that's, once I cleared my head, that's what I decided I needed to get out there and do my own thing again. And I had looked at doing a coffee van again, but I also wanted to change. I like mowing lawns and I like being outside and and the environment. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't? It's fantastic. And the smell of cut grass. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. We just cut the grass just a moment ago out the back here.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So it's fantastic. Now, if I can take you back to the process, how did you find Jim's? Was it on Google or something like that? Do you know the brand? Where did you pick it up from? And what was it like to engage with us? And what was the onboarding process like?
So I was looking around, as I mentioned, for something else, looking around for another business, and I'd started flicking around for franchises, and actually it popped up on Facebook, actually, Jim's Mowing Franchise for Bathurst. And I looked at a few other franchises as well, a couple of other mowing franchises out there. What got me was Jim's was a name that I'd already known from when I was a kid. It's been around for that long and it's a trusted brand. From there, when I made the inquiry online, it was about half an hour. I had a phone call from someone, Dan Cahill, a previous franchisor. So he answered every question I had and a lot more information, sent me some information about it, and just made the whole process comfortable and easy.
40 minutes with a chat with Dan as well on the phone, and it made sense for me, and I went down to training. So can you tell us a little bit about the training process?
Training was good. For me, it was about a 4 to 6 week process from actually making that decision and getting everything in order to starting the training. Got down there, got to meet Jim, and it was the first time I actually felt comfortable when you meet a CEO or someone that runs a large business. You go to companies or you work for companies and you'll never meet the big boss as such. But Jim, he's there to meet everyone, and he made the whole training more of a personable thing, that you were down there and you sort of become part of the Jim's family. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely great. There's a lot of practical knowledge and information that the whole team shared. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic week down there.
And the best presentation session or presenter? Was there anyone that stood out to you or anything that stood out?
The main guys that really stood out were the guys that are actually running the Jim's franchises as well. When they come and talk and tell you about their business and about the Jim's process and how it works. And even the simple stuff of identifying different grasses, that practical knowledge that they shared and the trailer setup, that I just found I got a whole world of information out of it. I just seemed to absorb it all. It was great.
Current franchisors, franchisees and national staff. So, and they're usually the gold star, you know, the really good ones as well. So it's practical knowledge that you can, it's actually applicable within your business. So,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
fantastic. Yeah.
Had your tyres pumped up down at training.
Yes.
You've come out for your first day. Daunting? Was it isolating? What was the first day like? Scary?
A little bit. The first day, it was one of those things. I went out and was just trying to drum up my own business. I'd put stuff on social media, and not having a Jim's Mowing in Bathurst, it was pretty hard to start with because I started in May, in winter. Yep. And so building that business, and I had a lot of friends, why are you starting a mowing business in winter? I mean, the grass isn't growing. What are you going to do? But for me, it gave me that drive to get out there. And I actually ended up doing a lot of gutter cleaning jobs and yard cleanup jobs. And just, I put a lot of stuff up on social media, and that really started to drum up the business. And it was a phone call to Dan Cahill and also Jim and an email with those guys. And they really helped me. They sent me old leads for the area, and we really started to build a business. I cold called people, drummed up new work from these people that either used to have a gym come around and either mow their lawn or do services, or that at least inquired sometime in the last sort of 6 months. And they were just glad that someone had gotten back to them. Though it had been months since they'd even made that inquiry. And a lot of the people had actually found other people to do work for them when they needed it. But they'd saved my number, and even now I'm still getting calls from
So this is the backlist, the unserviced work.
Yeah.
Over what sort of a period? Over the last just couple of months or 6 months, was it?
6 months.
Yeah, okay.
And then I also had a previous client list for the guy that used to do the gym around the Bathurst region. Yeah, and I cold call a number of them, the more recent jobs which had been on there as well. And I picked a couple of those ones up too, that they were just nice to have and happy to have someone back in the area because people trust the gym's name.
Yeah, great. And fast forward, so you're in May, you're in winter.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now, how's business going now?
Absolutely flat stick. Like, it really is busy. There's some days where I just get home, I'm exhausted at the end of that. And it's a good exhausted. It is, you physically feel like you've achieved something all day. And it is just go, go, go. You get a chance to talk to your customers. You mow lawns. It's instant gratification. You turn up to someone's lawn. The grass is long. The edges are undone. And you go through and you make it all neat. You've collected the grass and you sit back and you look, wow, that actually looks really good. And
instant gratification.
It is. It's instant gratification. And when they come out or they send you a message or something like, hey, Rick, thanks so much. The lawn looked absolutely fantastic. You know, you've done a great job. It's just that little ego boost as well.
Yeah. It's heartwarming sometimes too.
Very much so,
yeah. I'll do the bragging for you. You're a 5-star franchisee. You've only ever had 5 stars given back to you. And you've also got around about, I think, 35 stars on Google My Business as well.
Yeah.
And that'd really be helping. Yeah. But you're somewhat of you're making a little bit of a brand for yourself as well. So obviously you've got the Jim's Mowing brand there, but you've been videoing yourself while you're cleaning gutters and things like that and having a chat quite literally to the local people of Bathurst, and you're getting noticed out and about in public.
I was always that guy that you flick through social media here and there, but you don't do anything. And I just thought, not having previously had a gym in town for a while, I thought I need to put my name out there. I need to get it out there. So I did start doing videos, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I thought, give it a go. All I'm doing is talking to a camera. Who knows who's going to see it at the end of the day? Put it out there, put it up on some of the local social media pages, and people at the tip. Hey, I've seen you on Facebook. This is fantastic. And it just drums up business, and people recognize you in town. Or you get to quote for someone, and the lady the other day goes, I've seen your face around a lot. And I'm like, you see me on Facebook or something like that? Yeah, my face has been all over there, and I put the videos up on the...
I know your mates have had a cheeky dig at you as well.
You do, yeah.
And sent the videos back to you. I think it's fantastic. I show it to my son as well, and he loves the videos that you put up. Yeah. So if any franchisees or franchisees that are looking at coming on, where would they find those videos so they can mimic and do something similar? Because I think it really builds that, not just the Jim's Mowing brand, but it builds your personal brand in the area.
Certainly does. Well, I'm on Facebook. That's one I use the most. And Rick at Jim's Mowing Bathurst. Got a lot of videos up on there. I do need to do more. That's for sure. And you do notice from when I do a video and put it up on social media, straight away, I'll get 3, sometimes more inquiries, usually within the first 24 to 48 hours of putting that video up, which is just absolutely brilliant. You just see the people, and it's also referrals. Like, the more people see your trailer or you around town in your Jim's mowing gear, all of a sudden it just clicks. And when they do need something, you just have that little pop up in someone's mind, or it is a friend they'll be talking about, oh, your lawn looks good or something today, or what's happened, and they go, oh, we get Rick from Jim's. And it's that referral that it really just drums in how important your business is and how valued you are in the community.
Those referrals are literally based off those 5 stars that you're getting. You're clearly very good at customer service, and that's why you get that. And those referrals, they're even better than a Jim's lead. Jim's leads are terrific. They're much better than what you might find on some of the other service-seeking whatevers that are out there. Yeah. Jim's leads are great, but those referrals for your business are much better. The clients understand your pricing, they understand your standards, and they almost don't even want to talk about the price. They look at their friend's place, and it's been done to a certain standard that we've got Rick in. And a lot of the times you'll find that they'll say, hey, just get Rick in. They'll say, come and do the job, and they haven't even asked about price yet. They just want to book you in because you're the person for the job. So referrals are a terrific thing.
They are. You build up a massive friend basis too, with that, which I think is good. Yeah. And because you've been servicing, one of their friends for, the last few mows, they're already comfortable with you turning up. It's not like just some stranger they've already built a rapport up of what someone else has told them about you. Yeah.
And so what equipment do you use in your business? I know that you've got something that's very unique to Bathurst here. So you'll be able to see in the background here. If you're listening on Spotify, just bring up the video and have a look. Beautiful undulating country here. We're on acreage. So you're using some special equipment in your business. What do you have?
I've got especially for acreage, and we've got a lot of hilly country around Bathurst. So for a lot of the bigger yards, I've got a big Cub Cadet Z-Force with a 54-inch deck on it. And this has got a steering wheel. It's not your paddle or your lever control. And the steering wheel having actual control of the front wheels of the zero-turn mower is paramount when it comes to hilly country. You can fly across it, and I've even got some steep hills on my place, and that equipment is second to none when it comes to...
So it's the power steering in those front dolly wheels that allows you to maneuver up in those hills. And some of this is, the gradient on this is unbelievable. We've just had a little muck around on my stand-on mower here, and it can't do this, but your specialty equipment can do this. So if anyone's listening and just has lawns in Bathurst and needs someone, you're the guy because you've got the specialty equipment.
Yeah, I've got the specialty equipment. But it's not just that. I mean, besides big brush cutters with the handlebars for doing acreage or just extremely overgrown stuff, down to your simple loop handle brush cutters and whippersnippers and everything as well. So for your fine work and edging and
so everyone usually has a brand and has a preference on petrol or battery. What are you doing?
Well, I've got a complete mixed bag. Because I started on acreage, I didn't actually have a push mower with a catcher. So starting with Jim's, I ended up with a self-propelled mower with a catcher. I only had a big brush cutter with handlebars. I didn't have anything for fine work. So that was a Husqvarna. And I've also now, a lot of my equipment's all still as well. Jim's have really helped out with a dealership with the still. And
so a little bit of a deal there for us.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. A little bit of a perk there. And the local Brabham's Outdoor Power in Bathurst, they've been absolutely brilliant in looking after us and helping me get all the equipment I need. And any questions about equipment and servicing, those guys have been second to none when it comes to stuff.
Yeah. And I think we've got a really solid one in the Central Western Arana. So
yeah, we do.
Do we talk to each other?
All the time.
Have customers been traded backwards and forwards? Yeah. So what's it like to be a franchisee?
So you're in business by yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have a team behind you. I'm Jim's Mowing Bathurst or Bathurst South, and I'm hoping there's going to be other guys which decide to jump on to Jim's Mowing in Bathurst. I don't see it as competition. I see it as another mate that we can work together if we've got bigger jobs.
There you go. We're not lying.
No, it is absolutely fantastic. One of my good mates now, we're at training together, and he's up in your area.
Yeah, so that's Deshant.
Up in Dubbo. We're great mates. We speak usually about once a week, once every 2 weeks, and we have a good chat, and sometimes it's hard to get off the phone. And I know you and I talk for what would be a 10-minute conversation turns into an hour and a half with just a chat, and it's good. And we've got a good chat group, and there's always people to ask questions to. So you never feel like you're on your own. Absolutely brilliant. Because a lot of businesses, if you start up, that's it. It's just you doing it.
I know I've obviously recently taken over in the last 3-4 months-ish.
Yeah.
What do you think of the presenters and stuff that we get on the Zoom meeting?
Oh, they're absolutely fantastic having all these presenters. It's just a wealth of knowledge that comes in that normally you'd be out there trying to dig up yourself, or you'd only start looking if a customer asked you a question. But having these Zoom meetings, you do find out extra knowledge about the whole industry, whether it's lawn care or fertilizers or herbicides or even just mentorship. There's a whole lot all involved in it that you just don't necessarily always think about. It's not just lawn mowing. It's a community.
Terrific. And so what's the vision? What's the goals for you? What's the business going to look like?
Into next winter and next springtime, I'm hoping to start building the business. I'd love to have another off-sider working with me, or, another vehicle with another trailer running around with someone else that I know, and we can work together if those the bigger jobs, or I know I can send them out to do a number of other mows, which potentially frees me up to do other jobs as well. So there is definitely potential for growth, that's for sure.
I know some of your numbers and your business is doing very, very good. We don't have to talk about those. But you've also got some work-life balance. So what are the things that, have allowed you to, you pick up the kids from school? And I know you had a passing in the family as well, and you're able to shift your roster around those sorts of things.
Yeah. Being your own boss with gyms, you can shuffle stuff around as needed. My wife even has to go away for work occasionally. And so being able to just take the kids to school those days, you don't necessarily have to start the mower at 7 or 7:30 in the morning and just go, well, today I'm starting at 9. And it is what it is. You make it happen. It's a nice day. It's a nice Friday afternoon. And I generally don't really book up Fridays. I leave those days free in case there's a rain day. But I know on a Friday afternoon, I know I'm picking my boys up from school. We're finishing early. We're having a nice day. Any other day during the week, if you want, if you've either through your work soon or whatever happens, you can shuffle things around. And a lot of your customers, provided you talk to them and you're open and you're honest with them, they don't mind if you mow the lawn on a Wednesday afternoon or you're there first thing Thursday morning. They just want to know the job's getting done and they're really happy with it. It's all about the communication.
Yeah, terrific. And so we're going to go into your first winter. You're coming out of winter. We're in the spring now. So what's the plan to get through next winter as we come into that? Because a lot of people go, oh no, I don't want to be Jim's mowing. There's nothing to do in winter.
Oh no.
What's there to do in winter?
Oh, there's a lot of cleanups to do in winter. I mean, anyone from Bathurst knows we have a lot of leaves hit the ground. So there's a lot of cleanups. There's a lot of gutter cleaning jobs to be done. Even last winter I was doing solar panel cleaning on roofs, coming out of winter as well, getting people's solar panels cleaned up, ready for the springtime and summer. So there's a lot going on, rubbish removals. And it comes down to, again, back to social media. You promote these things on there and people do look at their garage and just think, you know what, I do need to get this place cleaned out, or the back part of their block or behind their shed or something. I need all this stuff. We just need to get rid of it. And it's that time that they don't necessarily think about it. You promote something and then they're like, you know what, I will. I'm just going to get this. I'll just get Rick from Jim's to come and do it. And it works.
As my knowledge base gets a lot better within the garden space, you know, we've got our crepe myrtles, our ornamental pears, we've got our roses to do. You know, we can cut back our kangaroo's paw. We actually have vast gardens out in the central west because we can manipulate the climate a little bit with our heat and the amount of sunlight and the daylight hours that we get out of here. Yeah, there's plenty to do in winter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Those power shears, secateurs, they are unbelievable. I got myself a pair of those, and when it comes to pruning roses or just pruning anything in anyone's place, they are phenomenal.
So you know that both Heath and I picked up a pair of those this week, and we were cutting our whippersnipper cord and doing a little bit of pruning with them. So
it's also for your own health and safety. You know, when you're pushing a mower or running a whippersnipper, you're looking down at the ground. You're not looking up at trees. And having the right tools and the right equipment when you can go around and you do talk to your customers, go, look, for my own safety, some of these trees, we just need to prune them because I'm walking into them. And a lot of customers, they don't mind. You know, it's just that simple stuff for your own benefit. And it just makes your time quicker rather than ducking and weaving under some trees and branches. You know, giving things that quick prune helps you in getting through your jobs a lot faster too.
On the podcast, anything you want to say, anyone you want to shout out?
Oh, I've got to shout out to all the guys in the Central West, all the Jim's guys. It's just a fantastic crew, fantastic team of guys. Really good to chat with. Honestly, it's a whole nother family, just with the knowledge and the friendship and the camaraderie with everyone. So a big shout out, especially Deshant and yourself for looking after us, Heath for his wealth of knowledge and everything on our chats, and all the guys that we have on the Zoom meetings as well. There's always information that comes through there. That's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I'm glad I did it. It's one of those things, I think you've mentioned in one of yours, should have done it sooner. Yep. Really should have. But it's one of those things, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens at the right time. And I think, like anyone, you just need to find something. And there's probably someone out there that this could be the 10th video that they might watch. I can't recommend Jim's enough. It's been sensational.
You actually had a prospective franchisee out with you on Monday, I believe, as well. Yeah. And tomorrow he's heading down to training. So
Andrew,
what was that like?
Yeah, another gym in the area. It's really good having the guys on board, and they do. The guys that actually come out with you are really interested. I mean, they've made that step. They've made that choice to find out more information, see what it's like. I think they're actually, most of them are probably 90% sold on joining gyms and just the lifestyle it gives you and having them come out. And then it's always a great laugh. It's always a great day out, and they learn a lot. You learn a lot, you know, just about different people and the other people out there. But I think we've all got something very in common. The guys that come out with this, we all love being outside. We all love that passion that it gives, but also that helping other people, seeing how happy they are that on the weekend they don't have to worry about mowing their lawn or looking after their garden or pruning those trees or cleaning the gutters, because they know they've got someone there that can just get it done for them.
So we'll wrap that up there. Anything you want to say? Let's say we've got a prospective franchisee listening to this. Yeah. What would you say to them?
Just do it. Make that decision. Make a few phone calls. Do your research, but call, speak to yourself, ask to speak to some other franchisees. And I think everyone will tell you how much they actually love being a gym. It is absolutely brilliant. Get on board.
Perfect. We'll wrap it up there.